Alright, everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Wasted. So today's going to be a bit of a short episode because I don't have enough time. I've been dealing with tech issues. I don't know. It's just, YouTubing is a very up and downsy type of thing, and every once in a while something just breaks and you're just like, I just don't want to deal with this today, but I gotta, because you know what, if I don't put out this episode, people are going to be disappointed, and I don't like disappointing. I like making sure everybody is dead as these suckers. No, that's kind of the exact opposite of what I'm aiming for. I saw it, and then it's glitching the hell out. Alright, whatever. Let's just take the metastim. Problem solved. Okay. Yeah, no. I'm a people pleaser. I'm the kind of person that enjoys, making sure people are having a good time. People, aren't disappointed in me for not doing X or whatever. It's always one of those where I prefer to be, oh really, we're already maxed out. Well, I guess if I reload a bit. There we go. We were maxed out. I like the rat-a-tat over the doo-doo. Yeah, the doo-doo gun. No, the doozy. I don't like the doozy at all. I don't like getting hit by it, and I really don't like using it. It's like the most inaccurate thing ever. When in my hands. Put in somebody else's hands, and suddenly they're freaking Spitfire sniper left and right. It's a pain in the ass. I really hate it. Whereas the rat-a-tat, actually even more dangerous technically, owing to that trap that killed Alyssa Knight. I really liked Alyssa Knight. She was a solid character, and I enjoyed her. And hi, well, I guess I'm up here now. Huh? Can these guys not shoot up? I don't think I've ever seen them do it. Weird. Well, I guess if it works, it works. Also, interesting point about this game. Should not have gone down this direction. Whatever. Interesting point about this game. Pisses me off a little bit that they always know where it is. But yeah, if you've looted a person, you will never auto-loot from them. Ever. Which is interesting. So even though I had room for the pistol ammo in my inventory, because I had already looted the character, it's like, nope, you've already looked at this person, therefore we're not going to auto-loot the pistol ammo off of them. It's weird. Anyway, YouTube is hard sometimes. Yeah, I love it. I love doing it, but there are definitely days where I'm just like, I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like, it's like those days where you're like, I don't want to show up to work, or I don't want to go to school. Sad thing is, part of being an adult is you don't take off days when you can't. And I guess sob story can't. Too medicated. Oh, it's because I took the rod away. Whatever. We'll get more probably. I don't think I'm in terrible amounts of danger. But yeah, no, it's just one of those where, after a while you're like, would love to take a break, would love to take a vacation, but I didn't queue up enough videos for that. And ultimately, I actually feel better once I've started doing my YouTube stuff. So it's kind of one of those where, if I just suck it up and do the work, I actually end up feeling a lot better. But so I think I mentioned, was it at the beginning of the last session of this? I don't know, it was either this or something else, or let's drink the unmarked flask. I don't really have a lot to define this run right now. Let's see, short fuse. I think my blit just went down. Could be wrong. Don't care too much. It's not really that big of a detriment. Don't step on the bear trap. It'd be interesting actually if they made the unmarked flasks be rather similar to it'd be interesting if they made alrighty then. Oh, train of thought totally destroyed. If they made something, nope, don't remember, don't even care, whatever. Yeah, somebody was angry at me for ADHDing all the time when it comes to like me talking. It's almost impossible to carry like a complete train of thought when playing games, especially like this one. Ugh. I'm sorry, I'll never be able to have a full train of thought. Okay, so what was I talking about? I was talking about writing, actually. I don't know. At least that's what I wanted to talk about. But as a kind of like stress reliever when I'm not doing YouTube, when I'm not recording, when my voice is too tired, when I'm rendering videos, when I'm waiting for audio to process. Usually I'm just sitting on my thumbs, you know, not really able to do anything. Or is it sitting on my hands? I don't know. Idioms are, I'm terrible at idioms. But suffice to say, that was one tough lady. Guess she was probably blocking my shots with her crowbar, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Okay. But yeah, so I decided to just start writing for funsies as kind of like a break time thing. The problem is I really like doing it, even if I suck at it. So I've actually... Oh, God! Hi! That was a lot of people. Kind of wish I had a shotgun for that, just because it would be hilarious to watch them fly. Okay, medicine. We didn't take any damage from that anyway. Slow mojito. Nope. Be interesting if I did a... Drink everything, flasks and otherwise run. Character? I don't know, just somebody that's just so boozed up he doesn't know what's left from right. That'd be interesting. But yeah, so I've been, I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun writing on my own time. To the point where it's actually starting to affect my YouTubing just a little bit. You know, today especially was one of those days where I'm just like, I just want to sit here and write, and like I'm actually currently, oops, I gotta go release Scrap Mechanic. Ah, what up? Haha, haha, haha. Okay, yeah, so I had to go release Scrap Mechanic. Where the hell am I going? Oh, this way. I had to go release Scrap Mechanic because I'm running so late, because I rendered it, and then I realized I rendered it wrong. You know, I forgot to edit my video because I went to bed immediately after recording yesterday, and didn't really pay attention to, you know, who, what, when, where, how, why, whatever. Let's see. I don't think we need the rod away. A long level, let me tell you. Okay, but yeah, so I went to bed, didn't pay any attention, and I'm like, oh, wake up in the morning, alright, let's just slap this down really quick without thinking about it. And then, that was actually kind of pure luck. I'm just like, let's disarm this quick. Well, that worked out. But yeah, so I more or less rendered like half of it. It was bad. Suffice to say, I usually at least try and pay attention to how my videos are, but I was just in such a, like, I don't want to do anything funk today that I was just like, nope, not even gonna bother. Let's see, Strickling Actor, nope, all of these are useless. Explosive Sidecar might be viable at some point here, but we'd end up being next to enemies just way too often for it to be worth it, even if I'm going for more of a run and gun type, character here. There we go. Hopefully we can get some more ammo back from these guys. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But yeah, so I was like, alright, just put up Scrap Mechanic. Don't have to think about it. Just going to, yeah, let's eat some liquid bread, because I've already got some. Yep. Okay. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna put it up, not think about it, and keep writing today. Go out for a walk, maybe have, like, a margarita, because we have margarita stuff, and then I realized I just screwed everything up, and now, you know, it's 8 o'clock, and I still don't have Scrap Mechanic out, and it's just like, oh, really? And so, in the middle of this video, I've been rendering videos. Now I've finished, but luckily it doesn't, my computer is beefy enough that it doesn't actually cause performance issues. But, you know, it's still one of those. It's still one of those things where I don't know, it annoys me a bit. It's like, no, why can't everything just go perfectly so I can just goof off and do whatever? But then again, my entire job, literally, my life, my job, I don't even know what you want to call it. Everything I do professionally right now is just goofing off professionally, so I probably shouldn't whine too much. It's just one of those where weekends specifically, you know, I spend so many extra hours Oh. Huh. He didn't take full damage from that one. Weird. I was confused. Okay, yeah, weekends especially, I'm a little bit more... I don't want to do any work. Oh wait, Terminators, hold on. Interesting, Sombrero's actually worse than Terminators. I probably look terrible. I can't wait until I can get like a barber chair or something. I'm not entirely sure how it's supposed to work. Okay, looking for ammo. That's a power pack. That's not what we're looking for. Yeah, the Rat-a-tat is slowly running out of bullets. I just remember we don't have our speed boost anymore. That makes me really sad. That was a nice speed boost. Sadly, not finding a whole lot of ammo here. A couple of syringes and a bunch of can openers. Though I don't even use the can openers because there's so little loot in this game that it's not really worth going out of my way for. You know, I'm just going to ignore that one. I don't know, okay, they can in fact open doors. That doesn't always matter though. Man, that thing flew back. Okay, buckshot. I was hoping for some ammo in here. At least we get that. I also have to make sure I don't jump on any glass if I'm just going to be bunny hopping around like a crazy person. Okay, what was I even talking about? Oh, no. I get super ADHD when I'm playing these games, and there's pretty much nothing I can do about it. Apart from just, you know, whatever. Just accept it as a thing. And try and keep on track. It's just hard. It's really hard. Oh, we're getting a bunch of rifle ammo. Nice. Hopefully we can get the perk that lets me carry more rifle ammo along the way here. Okay, but yeah, so writing. So obviously, like, it's a huge distraction. It's actually really fun just to be able to, like, sit down and do something super casually. I've got a Bluetooth keyboard, actually, that I've been hooking up to my... I just wanted to watch that happen. Ow. What's this? Messy Mary. Nah, it's funny, but I'll keep that as a backup drink if I'm having a bad run. Because it really doesn't help. It doesn't really hurt either, but still. It is kind of nice having bodies that I can refer back to. Okay, this... I have no idea if... Bear trap that I just saw. Okay, I have no idea if this is the right way or not. Looks like somebody else just fell victim to a bear trap themselves. Alright, at least I'm not alone in this. Let's see. I'm not getting a whole lot of metastims, but whatever. I mean, I'm running around with the rat-a-tat. I'm not terribly worried about things here. Okay, eye patch, no. Power clipboard. Yeah, we're getting a fair amount of pistol ammo. But yeah, it's nice writing. I'm terrible at it. I've got like 30-something pages of notes that I've been writing, and like one of the worst parts about writing is like you can write yourself into a goddamn corner. Very easily. You're like, alright, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Why did I come down this direction? We already know that this is a dead end. Whatever. I guess we did get a fair amount of ammo for it. Paid for itself. But still. Okay. But, that was a bear trap. I just hopped over out of just sheer I'm hopping here, because that's what I'm going to do. Weird. But yeah, I got like 40 freaking notes. 40 freaking pages of notes, if even. It's probably more than that. And you know, a number of it I wrote on a plane, or on a train, or all over the place, really. What is going on here? Huh. I'm just going to avoid that for fear of whatever. Like, I've been kind of intentionally trying to write this story for, ooh, I want to say months now, since like December, and it's already like half a year away from that point. And like I was at Bird's place for MagFest, and I was writing notes there. I have like 2 notebooks. It's a mess, and I've been spending like an insane amount of time just trying to get this story perfect. Ooh, free chick, I'll take it. I really should just start doing a couple of shotgun runs. It's probably not that bad. Alright, let's see what we got. Head wounder. Yeah, we probably need that. Siphon filter. That's useful, but it's only one. We've already got shell shock and another. Yeah, let's go for a head wounder, because I usually shoot people in the head. Getting that seems like a good idea. Okay. But yeah, so I've written all this stuff, and at this point, I'm kind of sick of it. I'm sick of writing notes. I'm sick of planning. I think probably one of the biggest issues for people when it comes to writing is that I'm just gonna keep throwing chicks in here. I don't think the stash will ever fill up, and there's no reason why not to. Okay. Keep doing it with pretty much everything. Let's drop off the sombrero. Let's drop off the crowbar. I'm not going to be using it. And we'll drop off the syringes elsewhere. Let's go get... let's go collect our blue ox in retrospect. I think I'm just going to keep making blue ox. I really wish the empty syringes were... the drugs would automatically just be added to a container, so I wouldn't have to think about it. Managing things is annoying. Okay, but yeah, so I'm sick of taking notes. I'm sick of overanalyzing and thinking about a story, and it's one of those where, like, I know it's going to be bad, and so after a certain point, I think I'm starting to get to the point where I'm just like, alright, screw it. The first, like, 10 chapters are going to be atrocious. Why did I... Oh. Right, I forgot. No, let's keep going. Tafkila, have it straight, cannibal style. Okay, go from there. But yeah, I'm getting sick of just writing notes, so at this point I'm just like, alright, I'm just gonna sit down and write the first 10 pages. Now, I'd actually originally written like 10 pages or something. I sent it off to Shell, and she's like, yeah, this is bad. And I'm like, alright, this all goes out the window, and then I spent the next, like, 2 months thinking about it. And it's like, you shouldn't do that. After a while, you should just commit to it. And if it's bad, it's bad, and if you hate it, you quit after a while. The only people that need to finish anything are the people that are actually trying to make a living on it, sort of. That's not entirely true, and obviously, like, not finishing anything is I mean, it's a terrible, terrible way to go about things. Like, you really probably should try and finish everything that you start. But my point is, like, I don't need to. It's not a, like, requirement that I finish this. It's not a requirement that I keep up with it. It's not a requirement that I even ever put it up publicly for people. And I probably will, just because I'm one of those people. There we go. Knew that was gonna work. Okay. Oh, what did he have? Oh. I'm actually maxed on pistol ammo already. I really wish ammo and health was a little bit more. Bruised brandy, don't want. Is that's still pistol ammo? Okay. And we already know where the exit is. Convenient. But, you know, I'll probably put it on the internet just because I'm the kind of person that would. You know, I'm the kind of person that enjoys putting things out there for people on the internet to enjoy. Were my first Let's Plays good by any means? No, they were terrible. The ones with Shell were kind of alright. But, like, if you go back to the very beginning of my Binding of Isaac playlist, those were atrocious, probably. I actually haven't watched them. And I don't really care to. Okay. And that, like, it's fine by me, but, you know, my entire business, my profession, is focused around putting myself out there onto the internet and being like, alright, whatever. Let's see how this goes. And so I'll probably put it up. I have no idea how I'm going to do that. Maybe make a blog, maybe make a something. The problem is there's, like, I don't even know, like, where people put this stuff. Do they put it on Tumblr? Do they put... oh, really? Actually sent the box flying. Interesting. Do they put it on Tumblr? Do they put it on... Oh, come on, fall over. There we go. Because I have no idea. I've seen a number of, like, Japanese novels that have been translated that are specifically on, what is it? That are specifically on Google Blogger or whatever. And that's a temptation, and it's kind of one of those where... Oh, sweet. That's an extra 50 HP. Not really useful for me, but I'll take it. I guess we could go to floor 10 with this, probably. I think I've gotten an Emma Grand in a box. Or we could just deal with it one way or another. Oh, he died horribly. I don't know. But that's a consideration. One of the main reasons why I guess I wanted to write something is I feel like, the similarities between YouTubing and, like, writing can actually, well, maybe, I don't know. I think I'm getting a little bit too, not philosophical, but, like, too deep into the thought of this. But, you know, I like I like reading translated novels on, you know, Japanese novels. I don't like the Chinese ones so much, and the Korean ones are, like, super hit and miss. But maybe that's just me. I guess it's all up to everybody. I just realized Mutamut's heal in those. I was like, I'm just gonna back off. Oh, junk food is pizza. Gotcha. I was wondering, it's like, I've never seen a pizza item. No, it's just thrown under the junk food tab. Did I get them all? I got them all. Alright. Grab what ammo we can. If I do go down to floor 10, which I might, I mean, 150 HP is pretty tanky. Though I think healing over time is kind of a necessary for that. Necessary bit for that. Let's grab that. Reload. I don't even know where. Ah! Freaked me out. I looked in the window. He's not there because he just came out the door. I'm stupid. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so what was I saying? Internet, writing and stuff. Oh yeah. So I love reading you know, translated novels. Because usually they're translated on a weekly basis or a daily basis or something. And I've never actually really run into that from an English perspective. I guess you probably get that with, like, fan fiction, but honestly, fan fiction is kind of bad. Maybe it's just me. I've never run into any particularly good fan fiction. Once I tried reading the Harry Potter one, Methods of Rationality, on suggestion by my brother, and it was terrible. And I was like, alright, that's enough fan fiction for me forever. And I'm always kind of surprised that there's no, like, English, American, light novel system, with the exception of, like, a couple notable ones. Worm and Mother of Knowledge, I think, are the only two that I know of that are actually particularly good. And it's like, it could be something that would be fun to do. I don't know, I don't imagine I'd ever be particularly successful at this sort of thing. Just because I've already got one successful online business, I might as well just be satisfied with that. But it's a good way of expressing my creative talents in another way. What am I on? Floor 3. Okay. Let's see. But, you know, it's always one of those where it's like, yeah, this would be kind of a fun thing. Put out a chapter a week or whatever. Half of my temptation is actually to somehow figure out how to include audience feedback. Not unlike Twitch chat, but probably almost walked into a bear trap after noting said bear trap. Let's go grab the ammo from this guy. We're actually pretty much full up. Wow. I do want the, what is it, the grease liner or whatever it's called? The other gun that I was using that I died with. Wow! She clobbered me far! That's nonsense. Alright, whatever. Doesn't matter. I have a certain hate-on for rat-a-tat traps. After that horrible death I suffered from one. Okay, yeah, we're doing fine. There's a mine over there, but I think my blitz stat's pretty high. Okay. Oh wait, maybe it's not. I have no idea. Brass knuckles, junk food, Mafia Express, don't care. I guess we might as well take the metastim as we would go by. I did use it. Okay, cool. Let's see. We gotta go this way. But I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do any of this, and that's part of the kind of the interesting part. Is like, it's tempting for me to almost just, what's this one? Slow Mojito. Tinker and score is not high enough. Yeah, I figured as much. Like, I have half a temptation to just throw things up, and at the end of, like, every chapter, just have, like, a thing that's asking people. It's like, yeah, what would you do in this situation? I want suggestions. I don't know if any of you guys ever, read the original MS Paint Adventures, from the guy that did, Homestuck. Most people are probably going to know him for Homestuck over, Problem Sleuth. But I read Problem Sleuth. I only just realized that Homestuck is actually done, like, earlier today, which was insane to me because I read it for years and then it stopped for like a whole year and I'm like, all right, well, I guess that's that and it'll never come back. And then I looked and 2 months ago it was done. I was like, oh, really? But yeah, so if you guys didn't read any of it, it kind of plays out like a choose your own adventure where, you know, at the end of every generally daily page, there would be like a prompt that would lead you to the next one. And originally, I believe with Problem Sleuth, Hussey, Andrew Hussey, the guy that made both of these, would take suggestions and incorporate them into the next panel, the next page, chapter, whatever you want to call it. It was kind of all over the place. And I think by the end of it, he stopped taking suggestions from everybody, and maybe only went down with specific people. I don't entirely remember, it's been a long time. And I know by the time he made it to Homestuck, either it was a very select group of people or it's just him writing it all himself. I don't know. And I don't really care. It's just kind of the model for what I'm talking about. It's the model for what I'm talking about, and, you know, it's just kind of an interesting thing, because it would be cool to, write something like that. Not fully, like, choose your own adventure, obviously, because, let's be honest here, a lot of people would probably choose the really stupid path through. And I really, like, don't know how that would turn out, one way or another, if I just gave people absolute free control. And if it turns out that, like, I get a lot of really fun ideas, I might actually use them, or I might not, I don't know. Just keep shooting that guy so he can't shoot me back. It works out. I'm doing okay on ammo. But again, like, don't take this as any kind of promise, it's just rattling around in my head as an idea. And I figured I might as well talk about while I'm playing this, even though Wasted is a very small subsection of, the people I play with, the people that watch my channel. It's still one of those where, you know, might as well talk about it in one of the games where I can actually just sit around and talk while I play the game. And so, I don't know, it's nice to get feedback. It's also just one of those where it's nice to talk about, because it gets my thoughts in order, because if I seem like really distractible, and, like, have a hard time focusing on, like, one topic to another. So, for example, you know, when I'm talking in this game, it's very easy for me to get distracted and, you know, forget what I was saying and so on and so forth. By talking about stuff for a length of time, it actually does get easier for me to organize my thoughts. And I think this is true of most people. That's why a lot of people like sharing ideas. Because, you know, talking with somebody will generally get the idea out. However, I've talked to Bert about this before, and he always says that talking too much about his ideas makes it so, he actually won't do it. You know, that by talking about it too much, you end up not doing anything. And I can totally understand that, too, as a thing. Like, people will totally, just talk and talk and talk about an idea and never actually get it done, which is part of the reason why, like, I try not to talk about these things. Digging the shotgun. Shotgun is fun. A little ammo inefficient. Maybe? I don't know. It's an interesting question. What's more inefficient? A rat-a-tat or a chick-chick? Mainly just in terms of ammo drop rates and whatnot. Dunno. Definitely does get the damage down. Like, I'm pretty much guaranteed to, like, one-shot everything here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's also one of those where I just like saying these things out loud to gauge interest and stuff. Because, you know, people say things like... I guess part of the reason why I'm so willing to talk about this for Wasted is, like, you guys really came through with rap. Scroobius Pip and Historian himself are phenomenal. I really enjoy listening to them. So Last Call, Wind Up Wine, Head Splitter, melee attacks dealt in the air, do more damage, and more Magnum. Yeah, let's go with Last Call. That'll be good, especially with shotguns. and immigrants, and I'll go with that. And I don't have enough time to go down onto the 10th floor today. But either way, I don't know. I guess I just like talking about it, and it is really nice to get people's feedback, because, yeah, you guys were hugely useful with the whole rap thing, because, yeah, there's actually rap that I enjoy, listening to now, that people have suggested to me, and I feel really good about that. And so, I also just like talking about stuff. And I feel like Wasted is a good platform to talk about stuff. So I guess I will see you guys in the next episode of Wasted. I guess this is a pretty good run. We got 2 perks. I want to get back up more or less to where we were. Really, I want to get the healing-related perks before we start braving the harder stuff, because we don't have a whole lot of them. Okay, so we have save 30. As usual, bank the everything else. Should probably actually start buying stuff from the gun store, too. Probably shouldn't have reloaded if I just had last call. Well, whatever. Anyway, like I was saying, see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and of course, if you've got any, like, input on the whole rating thing, / me putting it up, that could be cool.